Welcome everybody to the January 21st, 2025 meeting. Will you join me in saying the pledge?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, first up, Mr. Delorier, you have the general fund warrant.
I do. General fund warrant dated January 17th. It's in the amount of $37,929.46. So one of the lower ones I can recall here in quite a while. Looked through all the items on there, nothing out of the ordinary, and except for the fact that health insurance is only $139. So I would make a motion that we would accept the general fund warrant as presented for $37,929.46.
Second. Okay, any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Jack, you have the miscellaneous warrants. I believe there's two.
Okay, yeah, stormwater utility warrant in the amount of $5,580.93. And it's like mostly for engineering stuff. The other one's industrial park warrant for $757.70, which is just the power bills for the street lights and the sewage pump and stuff. So I move we approve these warrants.
Thank you, Jack.
I second.
All right, thank you. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and Jeff, you have the.
Yep. I got two payroll warrants. The first one is dated January 10th, 2025, in the amount of $64,478.20, and that includes the quarterly payment to the volunteers at the fire department. And the second payroll warrant is dated January 17th, and that's for $30,503.43, which is a normal, about what we run in a normal week, with nothing added. So I would make a motion that we approve these two warrants.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. In your packet, you have the minutes of January 6th meeting. Anybody would like to make a motion to approve those minutes?
So moved.
Yep, second that.
Thank you, Brian. Any further discussion? Oh, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. A public comment. Stan, you want to come up for a public comment real quick?
Public comments, yes. I see it.
Hey, Stan, in our meeting notes from last time, we had thanked you for the
Pardon me?
work. I was going to say we thanked you for the work you did in the back there with the flag and carrying
Yes.
case. That was in our notes, and
Yes.
glad you're here today. Thank you
About-
for that.
The plaque. And the work that Al has done. And Sean has done. I'm here not to complain. I'm here to say thank you. For this. Flag. In the shadow box. And the plaque. It's very patriotic, I believe. For the St. Albans town to have something like this honoring men and women who served in the military. I really appreciate this. And I think Al's military, and I know Aaron was Coast Guard. So there's not many of us, but we really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And Rhett, I know Al worked hard to get the stars in alignment. Rhett Neal donated the flag. And you try to fold a burial flag, it's almost impossible to get them straight across.
Yeah.
Al checked with the Marine Corps, the Navy, the Air Force, and the Army, and he ended up with what we have here now. So I just want to say thank you. And
Thank you.
I'm very happy with it.
Thank you,
for all
Stan.
the
Thank you,
carpentry.
Stan.
Pardon me?
Thank you for all the carpentry.
Yeah.
The button up wood is almost extinct now in the state of Vermont. It came off Route 105 in Gilbert, Trombley's place. And my son took care after that, so.
What kind of wood is it?
Vermont
Pardon?
butternut.
Butternut. Yeah.
Especially with the wormholes.
Yeah.
It-
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I got a bunch.
It's part of the walnut family.
Mhm.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you.
Okay, next up, we have to make an appointment to the Vermont State
Mhm.
Ethics Commission.
Anybody on there? Public comment?
Oh, did anybody on Zoom want to make a public comment? No, perfect. Okay, so we have to make an appointment. There was a law that was passed. I can't remember what it. No, or whatever.
I can't.
It was, I think Lynn came down and talked to us. real briefly
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah. You're,
And so we have to appoint somebody. I believe it's one meeting a year,
hopefully.
hopefully.
Yeah.
Maybe two. Well, did we look into it real brief or something that said,
Yeah. I think it's,
maybe it said at a minimum or something like that.
yeah.
Whatever. So,
Mhm.
I think the best person for that would be Sean. So we can discuss it further, or if somebody would like to make a motion to appoint town manager Sean Atkins to be the town's liaison to the state's ethics commission.
I'll make their, so moved.
Thank you.
Second,
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Perfect. Town manager's report.
Yes, first up, we have Fire Chief Matt Mulheron to give a department update.
good evening.
Welcome.
I just wanted to come by, probably haven't seen me since the budget and probably a year ago, probably to the day maybe. But just wanted to give you a brief update about what the department's doing and how we ran it last year. So in the 2024 calendar year, we ran 252 calls, emergency calls. We're down 144 calls from 2023, which we ran 396 calls. So that's a good thing. In the last 8 months, we switched some of the meeting nights. We're only doing 3 meeting nights now. We used to do 4. We combined the maintenance and the association night into one, wouldn't say longer night, but one filled night. If we have to stay another 30-20 minutes, it's an incentive for the people, the guys, girls that we don't have to have a meeting the next week. So giving them that one Monday night off seemed to make a difference. Going to my next point, we gained 2 members from last year. But we lost those same 2 members, mainly because of work-life balance. The course that they started, one of them started into, he came and he let me know it was too many hours I can't do with kids' sports, work, and everything else that he had going on. So he respectfully resigned, and I told him if he ever wanted to come back, he's more than welcome. And that was the same with the other young gentleman that we had. We have the cadet program started up. We have 2 young men in that. They show up every Monday night that we have the training, and they're active. They respond to what we tell them. They ask questions, and they're actually a pretty good fit with the crew that we have down there. So that's a plus.
You just tell me, how old are they, Matt? Some are teenagers,
Yeah,
but
14, 15.
14 to 15. Okay, thank you.
Some of the other highlights, working with the town manager on the new station. I visited a couple of stations from around and did some research on things that we might want and what we might need as far as square footage. The other thing, this year marks the 50th anniversary of the fire department. We plan on doing something later on in the fall, probably late summer, early fall, thinking like August. Celebrate the 50th year. We've got the fire station honoring past members, the members that have fallen, members that are there. In the spirit of that anniversary, in our last party or our last holiday party that we had, at the first of the year, we honored 4 past members that served anywhere from 15 to 37 years. We gave them a life membership award and a plaque to honor what they had given to us. And they're no longer on the department, but they're still in the community, so we honored them with that. The other thing to note, last year in January 2024, we were 53% spent on the budget. Right now, we're currently 23% spent. And that's to do with the call change or changing the policy on the calls. And it also has to do with regulating the part-time employees. That's all I have. Open any questions that you may have.
Yes, wait. Oh, go ahead.
I got a question. And I don't know why I want to know this, but I do. But like, when you guys go out on call, say tonight, you guys get called out, do you have like a lineup, like who goes, like who's in command or who goes? Like, how does that all work? I just,
So obviously your most senior officer is in command, so if I go, I would be the most senior, but we set up squads. We have 3 squads on the town, A, B, and C. A squad's on tonight, which consists of a captain and a lieutenant. And look, I'll answer that question. Captain and lieutenant, we just recently changed that. The assistant chief is now on that squad. To go back, that was one of the other changes that I had. This year we had an open vacancy in our lieutenant positions. We have a chief, assistant chief, 3 captains, and 3 lieutenants. The 3 captains and the 3 lieutenants are split in the A, D, and C squad. With everything going on again in life, we had that open position in that 3rd lieutenant spot. We have 2 candidates. I put on both of those and one as a 4th lieutenant now. And we put that extra lieutenant on C squad. I'm now on call with B squad, and the assistant chief is now on call with A squad. So each squad has 3 officers that are available to go to the calls now. So to answer your question, A's on for 1 week, B's on next week, C's on next week.
also it's a week at a time.
It's a week at a time.
Yeah, I was just wondering, because I'm like, how do you not have like,
Well, and we're not discouraging, like if anybody from B squad wants to go to A squad, that's all right. We don't say, no, you can't go. You can go.
How many are on them squads?
I think we're like 25, 26, so they're split up. So
Quite a few.
but we're looking for the officers to be the guys that are the ones that we want. Your average call, your fire alarm, or any small CO call, we only need 3 or 4 people. So as long as we can guarantee those, we're good.
What are you thinking or attributing the massive reduction in calls to?
Changed one of the, we're not responding to the minor offender vendors.
Okay.
Lots anymore.
okay,
We're going to the calls that we actually need to, where there's leaking fluids and hazards in the road race.
Hmm.
And that's what it was. And I had the head dispatcher, Alicia Miles, reached out and said, your call volume is way down since you did that. They noticed it in dispatch.
So are the outcomes any different?
The calls that we're not going, we were going to every single motor vehicle accident, which means if you backed in and jacked in this parking lot and you just needed to exchange insurance, we were coming down to that.
Oh. Out. With when we take that part out, calls pretty much the same, the other types of calls.
Yes, yes, yeah,
Okay.
your CO, your structure fire, your motor vehicle accidents, yes, they're all the same.
Yeah, and you guys.
These numbers, this 252.
Yep.
Is the number right around the number that we had 3 years ago.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. And for all the calls you are going to, you have all the equipment you feel like you need. You're not missing anything. Nothing's out of date, expired, anything like that.
Nope. That's shape.
We just got the new rescue tools and stuff.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
put the new electronic e-tools in service
Mhm.
probably 2 months ago.
And I think last time you were in, I think this is the budget, so it's probably something that hasn't happened yet. You're talking about, was it a dry hydrant or something? The ones that were
Mhm.
going to the lake, is that?
That's, we thought it out.
5.
5 spots that we're looking at dry hydrants now.
Gotcha, yeah. All right, thank you.
another quick question, this might be for a dispatcher, but. When you see it come across Franklin County Fire Alerts, it says like CO with like ill effects.
Yeah.
Like, is everyone ill effects or do they just add that on?
If your homeowner calls in, and that's one of the questions. Are
Oh,
you
they
feeling-
ask.
Yeah, are you feeling ill? And if they say yes, then it goes on to that call because it heightens the response.
It just seems like everyone, I just saw one the other day, it said no ill effects,
No,
but everyone, like I've seen in the past, always said ill effects, ill effects.
all depends on what the caller states.
While the alarm's going off. Perfect. Any other questions from the board? I think we're good. Thanks for the
Yeah,
update.
thanks for.
All right.
The budget appreciates it.
Thanks, Matt.
Have a good evening.
And next up, we have our HR manager, Aaron Clark. This is your first real address to the select board.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey,
I had a closing with your wife today.
oh, you did? Nice. So, I've been with the town now for about 6 months. And, a lot of what I've been doing is understanding the way the organization works, understanding the, organization's human resources. That means it's people, right? And then trying to identify needs and places where I can really provide value. And one of the, most initial needs that I came in and saw was just generalist support. Who do I go to when I have a question about my benefits? Who do I speak with when I need to have a meeting to help somebody understand what I have going on? Or who do I speak to help me facilitate a conversation with my supervisor or leader? And so generalist support was, and that's the backbone of a human resources program, is generalist support. And so I've come in, I do office hours every Thursday for 2.5 hours. I go to the Department of Public Works once a month. I go in at 6 a.m. from 6 to 7:30, depending on how long we end up talking. I meet with those guys as well, and they're always welcome to come to the office hours I offer after, but I go to make sure that, I can reach them during working hours when they're available. Second major need that, I identified, Sean had brought to my attention, was the need for a human resources information system and a time and attendance tracking module, which I built that this fall through a platform called Bamboo HR. It is the #1 rated human resources information system. It's been #1 rated in the country for the last 2 years. It's very visually appealing, very user-friendly, and it also can handle all of the needs that we have for it, meaning we now have a central database with all of our personnel. All of our personnel's information is listed there where Sean can access it, I can access it at any time. People can now request time off through a digital platform. They can see how many hours of time off they have at any time. We now also have hourly employees actively punching in and out, tracking the hours that they're working, which is a very important improvement to our systems.
So this is in place already, Aaron?
This
And when did it start? Beginning of
So
the year?
I built this, I finished building it in November because it is I basically take the town policies and, Anna and Jen Gray helped me quite a bit with, because they're very familiar with the policies and the manuals. So I take those and I basically build that into a data system. And so I finished it in November and we went live with it for the first time on January 6th. I chose, Sean and I chose January 6th as a go live date because it's going to be the first paycheck in the new year, meaning that all your hours from your last year carry over clean. I'm not jumping in the middle of something, having to adjust everybody's hours, especially for time off. All your hours come over clean at that point. So we'll be doing our second payroll with it this week. The time and attendance module tracking. I will say, I really appreciate the help from the managers of the departments. The foreman of the DPW has really been very helpful in the fact that they've been positive about the change and they've helped to, they've really helped the crews to get on board with it, as well as help them work with the system. So that's been really, really awesome. It wouldn't be able to happen without them every day being, reinforcing and then also, providing a positive message for it.
It's a good trial by fire
It
too,
was a
because they
good
did a
trial
lot of plowing now.
Yeah, no, that was a busy week that
Some
first
time
week of
issues.
January.
I
It's
bet.
pretty crazy. So that has been, one of my major lifts this year is bringing our file system and our people integration systems to 2025. So now we are very up to speed, very up to date, very competitive. When I build these modules, I've done this 2 or 3 times before, they're scalable, meaning there is a lot more that we could do with this should we want to, right? We could run our own payrolls with this. We could do our performance management out of this system. We could do our recruiting and intake tracking out of this. We could do a lot of different things. However, I like to go with the one module first, and then we'll build it out as we become more comfortable with the system. But that's why I try to get something scalable. And so that's been a major lift. Almost my first week, I think I came in, Sean was in the middle of performance reviews. I rewrote the performance review sheet, which allowed for more trackable goals for employees and also adding a quantitative value to a skill set for the manager, meaning rating somebody on a scale of 1 to 5, beginner to expert on different levels of competencies to help people develop and understand their role. Communication training. We've offered a couple different employee development trainings just to help employees understand who they are, how they communicate with others, and to also have them try to understand maybe this is how I see this. Somebody else might see it differently. However, on a different set of topics, we're in the same corner. It's called the Briggs and Meyer leadership training. We've done a version of that, and it's been a very busy and fun 6 months. But those are my major lifts right now.
And one of those you did it was like 2 weeks ago, right? Was
Yeah.
that the one, emotional intelligence, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how are the folks receiving the trainings?
I think they're enjoying them.
Which training?
Well, like the last one.
The emotional intelligence training, I think they're enjoying them. I know that it's one of those things that if you get out of it, what you put into it.
Yeah.
I did feel like it could definitely, and it also the way that I set the trainings up and the way I source vendors, they kind of make you put something into it, meaning they give you a little homework to do and some answering. So I think everybody did have some nice, personal discoveries towards the end of it.
Good.
It was a long day, which I appreciate everybody going into, but I know they had some good discoveries.
And the crew was out plowing that day, so they weren't able to make it. No.
Yeah, sounds good. I mean, because we've been talking about having this for the last couple of years, so it's nice to
Yeah,
have it here, and it looks like it's bearing some fruit. So
Yeah, no, it's definitely, the staff and the managers are very, very strong, very, energetic and excited, which makes things very easy when you have people that want to be around and want to coach and help coach and learn and want to perform. And that's a really nice as I step into it on this end, to provide a little bit more backbone and structure to our, human resources department and business practices. That's really nice. And it's very easy to work with people that are invested in it.
So I have another question, just because so this is the time system is implemented at the BPW.
It does.
Any hourly employee.
Yeah. all
There's a couple
hourly
of
But so would it be here too, or no?
Yeah.
It is here.
Yeah, any hourly.
Okay.
And you can
there's
do it
only
from an app right on your
2.
cell phone. Everybody has the
Okay.
app.
Yeah.
You can clock in and out. Then you can also request your time off right from your cell phone, see all your, I say, oh, I have 40 hours of vacation I can use. You can request it straight from there. It deducts from a bank once it's approved by your manager. The time cards, essentially, people are punching in and out. the first line of defense, I guess I would say, is the frontline manager, you know, the foreman. He reviews the time cards, make sure they're looking good. The department manager would then approve it. So that way, you know, you're going through multiple levels of auditing on the time cards and making sure that everybody's getting paid correctly, which has happened so far. And so that's kind of how that process works.
Does it have like a GPS stamp on it? Like how do they, so they know you're in the building because it says,
I can see exactly where somebody
yeah, that's.
punches right
Well,
in.
that was my question.
So they can't do it
What if
from
they're sitting on the couch watching.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta-
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you can be, the geolocator or a geofence, you can build into it. Which was what we did.
Yeah, very cool.
And do you have a technical skill development class on the calendar?
I don't yet, no.
Yeah, young crowd, sounds good.
Great, thank you.
Thank you for the update.
Very good.
And Jonathan, before I forget, add it to the motion.
Yeah.
Bottom. Two more things. One's the Act 250, just information only about the path going in, basically essentially extending the rail trail on Malone's property, Franklin Park West. And the next thing I have is to, I guess, finalize the budget figure. So to put out there. So we final number is just, you got this. This one. Yeah. So the final number we have right now, 7,552,540.34, which comes out to just about a 4.9% increase. So I think we're, that's all things considered, looking pretty strong on that front. Take out insurance and other things, but, you know, police and stuff, or essentially level funding. So
And we might even have of that increase, could be something like 110% of it is salary or sorry, health insurance and police.
the lion's share.
Right, where I'm saying, if you take that out, we may have gone down in other areas.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, really did. So, yeah. And then the truth of balance, the articles. of balance.
So does that take into account, say if there's a surplus or whatever next year and we choose to buy it down, we potentially could buy it down a little bit.
Yeah,
It probably won't be a lot, but.
it certainly will be less than last year. That's, yeah.
400,000.
Yeah, and you factor in the fire and the lost revenue replacement, you know, I think you could probably up that number. Do the up to thing again and say, like,
Yeah,
even just those three figures off the top of it, maybe 350. I think I wouldn't want to do, but personally, just for the whole budget stabilization side of it, 250 would hopefully still give us a buffer for things like, you know, Dave's replacement and other things. Pay bills and
Well, I'm gonna ask. Can Article 2,
Yeah, I think there's an error,
I
right?
think there's a typo in the amount that were taxes.
yes. I was just looking at the big number.
I liked it. I
We
mean,
just cut taxes by 90%.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
wondering where the
I
rest.
was looking
is
at
coming
that
from.
too. What is the number, Sean, then? Should be, is it 7.45 million? That's raised by tax?
No, it should be less than, I think it would be 6.74.
Okay. So the first
So Mark-
digit should be a 6 and then add a 0 somewhere.
Something's missing
Yeah.
or something.
That's what was sent to me. Sorry.
Minus,
The revenue has to be subtracted
uh,
of the,
that's the difference between the two things.
so the amount that,
It would be like 6 point.
the amount that should be on that warrant
I'll do it
for
real
that
quick.
one is, 6,797,954.34.
One time. It's okay. 6 million.
6 million what?
6 million, $797,000,
$97,951.
$97,951.34.
84. Oh, no, 34. You're right. Yep.
There we go.
Got that pretty good.
That looks more like.
And that number is the number that replaces that 774K.
Yes.
Is it different, right?
Yeah. 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 Yep. So that'll be we swap out. So shall the legal voters of the town of St. Albans authorize the select board to spend an estimated $7,572,540.34 for town general expenses, of which $6,797,951,034 is to be raised by taxes. That's how it should read.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Did we talk about at the last budget meeting, having any wording in there about like, I think you brought it up, Brian. Maybe I'm remembering this wrong, but somehow stating that it's not really that big of an increase, like you wouldn't, I'm not saying that you would do it here, but I guess we're gonna have another meeting about this.
You mean like putting in with the percent increase?
Well, I think that's what you had said, like give some indication to the voter that it's pretty minor increase
How's this increase?
year over year.
It'll certainly be part of the marketing. I
Yeah.
don't, I can't think of the verbiage we would.
Well, I don't, I just remember we
I get
said
that.
something about it because people are gonna be concerned, but
Yeah.
you know, that the board and
I mean,
everyone else.
you could put the rate of increase in there, but I don't know if that.
I'm not saying we should do anything. I
Yeah.
just thought we had talked.
We probably. Well,
The marketing for sure will be.
Okay.
We'll make sure to bring it up at the budget meeting when
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
packed house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 That's probably fine.
About it a little bit. It'll be out there. I think it's the strongest argument for. our vote.
So, and Sean, where are we at with the process? I mean, we're done. Are we ready to put it out to the paper?
Yeah,
and
if you,
such?
I mean, we can, with the updated language, we can just update this sheet if you guys make a motion to approve it, and then it'll be good. Yeah.
And
It's
then
40
guys-
days.
That's a question just on timing, I guess.
Yeah,
Article 3,
that's what you can.
will we be able, by the time we get close enough to when we actually have to finish this? Are we gonna have a better number than 100,000, or that's best we got, right?
Yeah, I would anticipate us having. more.
Last year, I mean, I think we had what, 600?
That was a lot last
right?
year.
Or something.
That was police
That was the
department.
police savings.
Yeah.
Sheriff's.
Not happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not gonna
No,
happen this year.
no. Not happening this year. So you can alter that number if you like.
Yeah, just when we get closer, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we can't alter it after.
No, I'm just saying, when we get closer to, how much longer do we have before this is gonna be done? It's pretty soon.
Yeah.
Okay, so we really don't have much time.
Yeah,
So you
'Cause
think
it's
it'll
no
actually
less-
be, like, I mean, I know we can't really know, but do we think it'll really be around 100, or do we?
no,
I
it
get the
it should be-
feeling.
it should be around, just simple math, should be around 300,000 off the top. That's a very soft number, but just doing a few of the surpluses we got plus lost revenue replacement, I'd say a safe bet would be 250 to 3. Yeah.
Do you want me to make corrections on this tomorrow and have each of the board members come in and sign?
Yeah, because we can accept the
Yes.
language we presented it to you guys and then update it document and you guys can sign it. Because we have to do it no less than 30 days, no more than 40 days. So right now we're in that. That's.
I would propose, just based on what Dan is saying and Sean's saying, that we change the 100,000 to 300,000, because later, right, that's when when we're
Yeah.
gonna set the tax rate. That's when we actually make the final decision. But if it says 100, that's the max.
Yeah,
If it's 300, we could do any amount under 300. right?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
I would caution against all of it, but for the, doing all of it.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
300, but
this part on here just gives us the flexibility
Yeah.
later to use it, right?
Yeah.
So,
we
Mhm.
can do that.
'cause if
So
we
can-
say 300 in it, you know, it ends up being 450 or 500, then maybe we would do 300. Right?
Yeah.
If it's 300, maybe we do
Yeah,
150
Yeah.
or something.
that gives flexibility. We can do that.
So I don't know, do we have to make a motion to change that or?
We can accept this as is with the updated
Well,
language.
I don't think we can make a motion on any. We didn't warn.
We could do a special meeting. Yeah, we can do
Well, I'm
that.
just saying, can we just
Yeah.
put it at 300? Are we good? So
That'll be the updated
We can
language.
change this however we
Yeah.
want, but like.
Yeah,
This
that's what we have to do. Is we can do a special.
We'll have to
meeting.
do this because it's
Yeah.
not like,
That's what we did last year too.
yeah, we'll just do a special, yeah, we came in and I
Yeah.
said, we read this and.
Yeah,
we had a packed house.
Yeah.
That was
Different
Oh, yeah.
meeting.
That was-
And then
Parking
everybody
was
left.
an
when we
issue.
voted on this.
15 turned into. Not
I
bad
was
now.
in
Yeah.
sweatpants.
Yeah, so I think the changes we made are good.
Okay. We can do this.
6,797,951.34 and then 300 for Article 3. Anybody else have anything to do with that?
We have until February 7th. Because that's 30 days before town meeting day. So
But Anna needs to put it in the town
Yeah.
report.
okay, so we'll do it next week,
Mhm.
whichever day.
Yeah, let's set that.
What day was that?
Thursday.
Okay. I am out of town on Tuesday, so Tuesday won't work. Anything else is fine.
Do you promise it'll be 5 minutes or will it be 2 hours?
We have nothing else on the. So,
Well, that's all it's gonna be. We're not having any.
yeah, there's nothing else. Yeah.
Huh?
There's no other business, it's just.
Yeah.
What day are we looking at or what?
We only need 3.
Throw one out there, Sean.
I'll say Thursday is good for me, but I can't do Tuesday either. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week are all good for me.
Just do Thursday first thing. whatever.
Okay.
8 o'clock would be all right, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah,
It should be
Okay.
out here by then.
So we'll do it Thursday, the 30th at 8.
I got it right.
I'll call you the night before.
I don't have a calendar.
Are you
on
good
my
with that,
phone.
Nick?
I use
Yeah.
the real one
Yeah,
and then I never look at it.
So the 30th.
30th at 8.
30th. 8 a.m.
put in a note. Special budget meeting, asterisk, call Jack.
Approved the warning. Is that what?
That's a special budget meeting.
Oh.
Awesome.
Okay.
Other than that, that's the end of mine.
Okay. Anybody have any other business? Perfect. The next select board meeting will be Thursday. What was that day?
The 30th.
The 30th?
Yeah.
Thursday, the 30th, 8 o'clock to set the budget and the ballot articles. And then after that, the next meeting will be Monday, February 3rd and Wednesday, February 19th, starting at 6:30.
Yeah.
As it says, do you want to? 18th and 19th. We'll just go with the 19th.
What's the
Okay.
difference?
Did Tuesday on this week and Wednesday then. That's
Yeah.
good. Fair.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Would someone like to make a motion to go into executive session to discuss a personnel matter where premature general public knowledge of the subject matter would place the town or persons involved at a substantial disadvantage? Further move to enter into executive session to discuss a personnel matter with provisions of Title 1, Section 313A1 of the Vermont statutes, and to invite the town manager, director of operations, and HR manager Aaron Clark.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Thanks, guys. Good night.